Hello everyone, I'm Verawak, and today we're looking at 5 tips for Age of Darkness. Age of Darkness is in early access, and there's plenty of things that need refinement, but for those who are playing right now and are possibly struggling to beat the game, here are 5 things you can do to help yourself succeed. First things first, tip number 1 is to rush stone. Stone is so important in the beginning. No matter what you do, you need stone. The best thing to do once you do have stone is to upgrade your keep to a braced keep, since it'll increase your resource storage. It'll also give you 100 extra gold income, and it'll allow you to eventually build farms and ballistas. Ballistas also need stone to be built, but by then you should have plenty of stone. Tip number 2, use storehouses near your quarries. So a good way to get more stone and iron and gold production is by using storehouses near the quarries. I'm not sure if this is intended, but the more storehouses you put near the quarries, the more resources you get. So typically in games, this effect doesn't stack, but for Age of Darkness, it does. Through some testing, it seems as though one storehouse increases the production by 225%, placing a second warehouse increases it by another 150%, a third storehouse increases by an additional 140%, and a fourth storehouse will increase that number by another 125%. So, with all those percentages, you can go from a 12 stone quarry to a 70 stone quarry with 4 storehouses. Tip number 3, lodges. Lodges are the upgraded version of your basic dwelling, and it's researched through the wood workshop, so you can get them pretty early on. So lodges need twice the amount of food and 30% more gold to be built than dwellings, but they provide 3 times more gold. That is actually pretty awesome. You can upgrade lodges to houses, but it's not worth it. It takes twice as much food, more than twice as much gold to build, doesn't even provide twice as much income as the lodges, and it takes stone to build. And stone is already in such high demand that it's not worth spending it on the houses. Unless, of course, you've run out of space and the only thing you have left to do is to upgrade lodges. Tip number 4, light. Use the fire sconce and fire towers to illuminate your base. There's a mechanic in the game where nightmares spawn in the darkness, which means if you have a small corner in your base that is not illuminated, you can have nightmares spawn and attack your buildings. I find it hard to see the location, so using either fire towers throughout your base will prevent future panic. One way you can tell where there are dark patches in your base is during a death night, since there's going to be the cloudy fog that appears at the locations. So if you see that, build something near it to illuminate it. You need some vision there. Finally, tip number 5, the direction of the wave. So there's an easy way to find this out, but it's not going to give you that much time to build defenses, so it's a bit unfortunate in early game. So in the fog, there's a lighter section that shows the enemy's pathing towards your keep. Once you see where it'll hit your base, you can quickly build defenses at that location. I've also tried to use a unit standing at the keep and tell it to move towards the crystal, but it doesn't always work. It works for the majority of the time, but not 100% of the time. Trust me, it's happened. And there you have it, 5 quick tips for Age of Darkness. So as the game gets further into early access, I'm sure the devs are going to change up some mechanics, or at least I hope so, and I'll have more tips available. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments, and if any of the tips were useful. Also, always keep in mind that the game is not finished since it's early access, so there's bound to be changes. Thanks for watching!